Something like that. I'm losing my damn mind today. Oh. Trying to awaken. I apologize. Crap in my fucking eyes. Oh, Jesus. Need to depress the shit out of my spine. Holy fuck. Pain. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to put me back to. If it's going to go back to when I first popped in the cemetery or not. We'll figure it out. Okay. Want to make sure that I get all the other crap. Yep, looks like it actually saved right about where I was at. Nice. Hey, monkey. Hey, monkey. What you doing up there, monkey?
I found a baseball glove at Joe Dunn's place. A glove signed by a great star. I couldn't believe my luck. I've always been a New York Warriors fan, although, to be honest, they're not what they used to be. Yep, they just haven't been the same without Craig Spano. I'm investigating a case of sports corruption. I think a considerable amount of athletes are involved, both current celebrities and former stars.
Marley's are the absolute worst.
Morley's, they're the absolute worst. What do? Smoke red apples? What's up, old man?
Who are you?
I'm John Blacksad, private investigator.
How's Joe?
One question at a time. It's my turn.
Your turn.
Why did you meet with Joe Dunn?
Because he was looking for me. He came here one morning, but I was too embarrassed to come down. Because he left a baseball with his initials on by the tombstone. Sam's Diner, tomorrow, 12:30 a.m. Because he knew they want to kill me.
What did he want from you? And who wants to kill you?
One question at a time. How's Joe?
What would happen if I told him the truth? Would he lose it? Could I take that chance? Joe Dunn is dead. Murdered.
I told you, Joe. How did it happen?
One question at a time. My turn.
Playing ball here. And ball. Throwing the ball back and forth like it's a fucking talking stick. It's awesome. What did Dunn want?
What did Dunn want from you?
He wanted to know who was playing dirty in the sporting business. Dirtier than usual, that is. Wrecked lives, careers, ruined at the top of the game. He wanted to know if the same had happened to me. He wanted to know if the end of my career and my disappearance had anything to do with all that. He wanted me to confirm who was behind it all. The guy who had him killed. Our old friend, the surgeon.
Well, this is easy.
Is Mitchell the surgeon? Is he the person behind all of this? That surgeon you mentioned, is he...
My turn. I want to know why I should trust you.
I take my job seriously.
Because I take my job very seriously. It's my turn. That surgeon that you mentioned, is he in this photo I got here? Ow! Hey! Hey, that toss was... Huh?
I got some answers.
Both my ear and my self-esteem would hurt for days. But at least I had a new lead to follow. The surgeon. The bastard had avoided my scrutiny by passing as a hospital doctor. But now, All of my senses were on guard. No matter how good the disguise or how well he hid, I would find him.
So, what you're saying is, 1, there's a corruption scandal involving all kinds of athletes. 2, our puppet master is a surgeon named Mitchell, a man who happened to fight in the war with Dunn, right?
Maybe, but it could be no more than a false lead.
Anyway, where was I? Number 3, right? 3, since Dunn was on his trail, Mitchell, or whomever, hired an anteater to get rid of him. Then, since you were also shaking the wasp's nest, he went after you. But the anteater made a mistake, and Mitchell, or whomever, killed him to cover his own tracks. And, wait, 4, the key to all this lies with a common friend of Dunn's and Mitchell's, Craig Spenow. Do you really trust him?
I think he didn't lie to us, although he might not know the whole truth.
4. 5. Dunn was murdered 4 days after taking Speno to his house. If that doesn't make him suspect, makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it could make sense.
Ha! Who's the detective now? Let's follow up with the suspects. You told Smirnoff that even though you're sure Yale is innocent, you think he's hiding something. But what about O'Leary? 6.
Why isn't it working here?
O'Leary wouldn't have sent Randall to kill Dunn. He would have dragged him to his basement, given him his little speech, and then killed him himself. Nah, I know O'Leary, and he wouldn't have sent a hitman. He would have taken matters into his own hands.
What about Cassidy? 7, right?
I think it's safe to rule out Cassidy as Dunn's murderer. He seems too impulsive to have planned such a twisted crime. Whoever planned the whole thing knew the suicide theory would fall through, so he manipulated the clues to incriminate Yale. Cassidy is too impulsive to pull off such an intricate plan.
So, even if you have your doubts, Mitchell is the one pulling the strings. And you know why? Because in novels, the murderer is always someone the detective knows from the beginning.
Well, that could be the case in British novels. You know, where everyone in the mansion where the murder took place is a suspect. But this might just be an American whodunit, where the detective doesn't even meet the culprit until the last scene.
You mean we still don't know who's pulling the strings?
I didn't say that. How did it go with Helen Moore?
I didn't get anything, even though it started out really well. I asked to interview her along with her boyfriend, Al Stone. Since I'm a big shot, they were happy to oblige. Perfect. Now, time for the interview. I'll go back and forth so you don't get bored. So, who goes first? Here's a question for Al. Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Yeah,
Nonsense. America has my smile, my figure, and my patriotic love. Everything else, and I mean everything, belongs to Al. Right, baby?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now. Here's one for Helen. Dating a boxer can be dangerous. Aren't you afraid that those blows to the head will take a toll on his intellectual capacity?
Honey, take a look at my man and then look at yourself. You really think I'm with him because of his intellectual capacity?
Helen!
Write this down. Nothing will change my man. His smarts, manliness, and integrity are all boxing proof.
Moving on. Time for a picture.
How should we pose?
Show me your weapons. The fist against the racket. That's it. Perfect. Now what? So, Al. Your manager is Frank Cassidy, president of the Boxing Managers Association of New York. According to him, only boxers working with member managers should be allowed to compete. What do you think about that?
We never talk politics, honey. Athletes should steer clear of controversy and stay focused on their sport. Don't you think?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, one more question, and...
Al, honey, can you answer it? I've got to go say hi to a fan. I'll be right back, Mr. Pulitzer.
Wait. You mean she stopped smiling when that fan showed up?
Yeah.
Could you describe him for me?
I'll be able to show you something as soon as I'm done developing these pictures. And actually, I thought it was odd, too. So while I continued to interview Stone, I managed to take some pictures of Moore and whoever her mysterious fan was.
I'm gonna guess it's a rhino.
All right, so where were we? In just 12 days, the contender will try to steal your belt. Any thoughts on your fight against Yale?
Well, supposedly the odds are in my favor, but there's no such thing as a weak rival. And, you know, Bobby Yale might be young and going through a rough patch, but he's had an amazing streak, so I'll do my best.
Let's get that picture taken. Okay, now raise your head and your arms up like you were celebrating a victory.
Like this?
Exactly. Wait, I accidentally moved. Stand still. I'll take another one. What's with me today? Don't move, please. Now we got it. Should we keep at it? Are you ever jealous about sharing your sweetheart with America?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm jealous, but I know that someone so popular and honest can draw the wrong kind of attention. There are plenty of people who would love to put an end to her career, so it's not easy.
Oh shit.
I'm going to take one more, all right? Let's see what you think about this. Close your eyes and rest your chin on your fist. The boxing thinker.
Like this?
Exactly. What's up with me? Stand still. I'll take it again. I can't seem to get it right. Don't move. It's about time. Finally, we're all set.
Wait. So, are you telling me the photos are developed? Or is that what you said to Stone?
Both. Just look.
Who's that guy?
I know he's not a fan. You should have seen her face when she saw him.
Look at his hand. Is he pulling something out of Moore's purse? Or putting it in?
You know, I thought he'd be cocky, but he didn't seem too convinced about beating Yale.
It makes sense. O'Leary's rigged the fight. Stone has to lose. I've seen that matchbox before. Wait, that's him.
Who?
Mitchell, the surgeon.
Seriously? We got him.
Not yet.
Right. We still have to find him.
La Iguana we go.
Hey, pal. Did you hear what I just said? We need to keep looking at all those pictures. We need a clue that'll take us to Mitchell. Hey, see? There. Just like I was saying.
Easy peasy lemon squeeze. La iguana, la iguana. You know, it's quite possible that Iguana from...
Brawls aren't even the worst part of my job. Sure, you may take a beating, but at least you get the chance to defend yourself. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff. Your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. People were finally leaving the place. The bar was about to close. And I hadn't seen Mitchell go in or out. I had no choice.
I mean, you did, but made the decision.
I see you took me up on my invitation. And you're smart. You knew not to come until my anti-fur regulars had all cleared out.
I can't say no to good advice.
Or good bourbon. Here's looking at you, Mr. What was your name?
As far as I knew, La Iguana always stayed neutral. He played poker with Cassidy. But his joint was used as a gambling drop-off for O'Leary's operation. Did it make sense to keep faking it? Or was it too dangerous not to?
Farnham. Howard M. Farnham II.
That's right. Howard Farnham from Ding Dong, Texas.
Playing it safe.
You're natural. You're even better at pool than poker.
This here's much easier. No cheating.
You barely flinched when Cassidy decided to teach that ego a lesson.
What do you want a fella to say? I was too flabbergasted to be surprised, to be honest. These things don't happen in Texas.
Damn it.
Well, nobody's perfect. Tell me, what do you really want with Cassidy? I can't say it's clear to me.
I'm looking to start a boxing managers association in Texas. I could really use Cassidy's know-how.
Don't worry about it. I was only curious. So, what about me? What do you want from me? No one comes to La Iguana just to drink and play pool.
I'm here looking for a regular of yours, Dr. Angus Mitchell.
What for?
The police is on his trail. I'm just looking to warn him.
Sure. Tell you what, I'll talk to Mitchell. Come back tomorrow night.
You don't understand. I have to talk to him, or else.
Or else what?
I don't think Cassidy would be too happy about the role this here dump plays in O'Leary's gambling operation. You follow me?
Son of a bitch. All right. Give me your phone number, and I'll give you a call when Mitchell shows up.
No. You're gonna call him right now, and you're gonna give him this message. But when you're sitting in your car all night, there's no way out. Your legs cramp up, your back and neck feel stiff, your entire body aches to be somewhere else. It's boring and repetitive. It's so bad that your thoughts spiral in a never-ending loop, like when you're stuck in your car, on surveillance duty. The owner of La Iguana was supposed to tell Mitchell that a certain anteater was still alive, and that it was only a matter of time before he ratted him out. With a bit of luck, that would make him nervous enough to force his hand. Now all I had to do was follow him.
Oh, follow. Follow the leader. How do I? Take something? if I should just try and tough it out. Jeez. Everything fucking hurts. My body is full of aches and pains. Everything hurts. All right, Mr. Blacksad.
We'll be just fine, don't worry. Gil, stand guard right here. If the cat shows up, you know what to do. I'll be back in an hour.
Looks like things won't be easy. Could I take him by surprise from over there? Although I don't know how I'd get there.
Aw. Now let's do some deductions.
Of course, he's Randall Lee's partner. I should be careful. When they gave me a beating, I could see he was kinda trigger happy.
Nope. Must not be fully investigate yet. I kind of wish that there was a way to run. I mean, I guess. Come on. Great. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Careful not to get stuck. Good plan. Holy shit. Middle of my back hurt. Crap. Yeah, go up to the roof and then go in through the... Might be the best way to do it. Oh.
I did mess up a guy's face with an extinguisher once, but this kind is too heavy for my current needs.
Right, shield, huh? Pick up the fucking gun. Or, yeah, that works too. Damn fucking horse. Oh, God. Ow. Jesus. Stiff. Tired. Ah. All right.
What does this place have to hide?
Right.
Will I need help? Who would I call?
Wiggly here. You're what's...
Pier 36, the 6th sea-facing warehouse coming in from Montgomery.
John? Is that you?
Meet me in an hour.
What's going on?
Bring your camera. I just gave you the scoop of your life.
Yeah. Well, I want to make sure that I have somebody to cover my ass. First and foremost. Secondly, look like they're not turned on. Don't know how to turn them. Because there's a lot of knobs. A lot of fucking buttons. And I don't see an instruction manual around here. That is not good.
According to this, the warehouse belonged to a Canadian import company.
Imports, huh? What kind? Okay.
It could be an Ojibwa totem pole, in which case, the top animal would be a crane. If I'm not mistaken, these are incense sticks, used in cleansing rituals. A dream catcher. It's supposed to protect children during the night, trapping all evil in its spider web.
Well, looks like the horse is a native.
Don't you even think of screaming.
I might not even talk.
It looks like an arrowhead. Everything seems to prove that Gil is a Native American, and I'm almost sure that the woman in the picture is his mother. You know who'll always believe in you? Your mother. My mother never lost her faith in me, and I gave her plenty of reasons when I was a kid. It all started with something as stupid as keeping the change when she sent me for groceries. Then I started stealing fruit from the street stands, and finally I turned to pickpocketing. Somehow my mother managed to keep me in school until I got into college, but I never gave her reasons to believe in me then either. I made new friends. The type of friends that convince you to do things that wouldn't make a mother proud. Then Pearl Harbor happened. I got drafted and sent to Europe. They told me killing was my moral duty, but I discovered it could be addictive. Not all victims were Nazis. But when I got back, I was treated like a pariah, a veteran outcast who never should have come back in the first place. And yet, my mother never ceased to...
I also fought in the war. That's where I met Mitchell. They used me, like many of my people. And then they just tossed us aside.
Code talkers.
The first time Mitchell offered me to do this, I told him to take a hike. I wanted to get my act together, but I ended up begging him. I don't like Mitchell. I don't like the things he makes me do. I don't like that German rat either. But what I like least of all is myself.
What German rat?
I don't like what I did during the war, and I don't like what I'm doing now.
We don't know any
what
Germans
it's like
yet.
to kill a friend for the sake of the mission? Huh. But my mother, she always thought I'd make amends and start anew.
Feel bad for you, buddy. What's Kyo
Maybe
to?
it's time I did just that. It's number 3.
Feel bad for that fucking horse, man. Like, got himself into a lot of trouble.
What if it was Gil who killed his partner, Randall Lee, under Mitchell's orders?
Wow. Talk about some secret shit. Fuck. Goes down a ways too. Fuck. King A. The hell is this bunker? Pill bottles. What are the pill bottles?
A list of names, somehow related to chemical agents?
Did we stumble upon a doping scheme? I mean, you're not completely wrong, but don't think Soylent Green has anything to do with this.
Subject, Brunhilde Gruner. Treatment, day 1500. The patient's ability to speak continues to diminish. Now she can only pronounce the occasional word in German. Tissue degeneration persists. And yet, perhaps due to drastic reduction of benzylprodine dosage and an increase of anuprop, we have observed a 3% of deceleration of said degeneration. Furthermore, and perhaps this is the best finding so far, the subject exhibits a mild recovery of her speaking. It's not a lot, and yet we are on the right track. All hope is not lost.
Huh. Doing some medical trials with who? Why? What did they do to Spano? I'm thinking it has to do with
Spano. Treatment.
sport injuries.
Day 0. The subject is a veteran baseball player who has lost speed, strength, and agility due to the regular aging process. The patient refers intense pain on the right scapula, most likely caused by an old injury. The goals of our medical approach are twofold. To relieve pain caused by the prior injury so that the subject can play without symptoms, and to help the patient regain the physical condition lost in the aging process, thus allowing him to perform at elite levels. Treatment. Day 120. The patient no longer feels pain when using his right arm, circumstance that allows him to pitch without fear. So far, the only side effect seems to be a slight euphoria experienced 3 hours after dosage, which subsides 4 hours later, taking the patient on an emotional roller coaster of sorts with bouts of mild trembling. Treatment. Day 341. Moments of euphoria and boosted physical performance have become increasingly short, while the ensuing periods of depression and weakness have become longer, including severe tremor. Although we have met all therapeutic goals, we will proceed to terminate the treatment in order to avoid causing irreparable physical and mental damage to the patient.
Wow. So, in order to try and stay competitive, they took these fucking drugs.
Mitchell is cashing in by selling drugs to enhance athletes' performances.
Not just enhancing performance, but as stated, it was to reduce the effects of aging or injuries.
Hey, it's all right. Don't be afraid, little girl. I'm a friend, okay?
Vita, no hurt.
Those motherfuckers. What did they do to you, kid?
Hey,
Vita, no hurt.
once upon a time... Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess called...
Brunhilda.
Hi, my name is Brunhilde, and I'm very happy.
said Brunhilde. And then Brunhilde, who had a beautiful name...
Really beautiful.
A really beautiful name, ran into someone very special.
Oh, who was it?
A magical cat called John.
I'm a magical cat, and my name is John. Hi, John the cat. I really like magical cats. I'm Brunhilde. I'm gonna use my magical power to help you. Get out of the cage, too.
Nein, it's sad.
You say silly things, John the cat. So what are you gonna help me do? Bake some delicious pies. I love pies. Which is your favorite? Wow, that's a very hard question. But John the cat, it's the easiest question in the world. Let me show you how easy it is. My favorite pie is... apple. Whoa, Brunhilde. That's exactly what I was about to say.
Bird. Bird. John. Brunhilda. Freund. Do play. Each look.
Okay.
Hi, Bird. Why are you wearing that mask?
Weil. Gas.
Well, maybe we should get out of here. What do you think, Bird? And what about you, Brunhilde? Don't you think that?
Yeah, something's up with this girl, and I don't know what. But sadly, she's probably got some serious mental learning disability issues, and yeah, that's sad. And she's been used to experiment on. Fucking. there another tape that I can watch? Oh. Okay. What is it that I'm missing?
The worst part of Mitchell's scheme isn't that it's illegal or unethical, it's that he didn't even care about compromising the athlete's health.
Gil? You know you're not allowed down here. You know you're not allowed. It's...
You bastard! I kill you right here, right now!
I don't know.
You don't know? I know you're testing drugs on that girl.
Brunhilde? No, she's my daughter. She was born with a degenerative disease, a rare condition similar to the Engelmann syndrome. There are only 4 known cases like hers, and none of the patients reached the age of 5. But I couldn't give up. I continued to research and found something. It didn't make her better, but anyway, that same treatment used on healthy subjects seems to improve their stamina and their reflexes. It also seems to improve their pain threshold. Somehow, the Reich heard about my experiments and tried to recruit me to create super soldiers. Yes, that Reich. We're talking late 30s, Berlin. I escaped with Brunhilde and came to your country, but the American military also heard about me. I spent the entire war experimenting with drugs on soldiers. Some were highly effective, I must say. When the war was over, my experiments were discarded. I was forbidden all access to the drugs, and Brunhilde got worse. But then God sent me Angus Mitchell. We had met during the war, and he came to offer me a deal. I would make drugs for athletes, and he would sell them. With my earnings, I could pay for Brunhilde's treatment. What else do you want me to say?
What are the long-term effects of those drugs?
It depends on the patient. But they all develop an addiction, even Brunhilde. They also suffer other symptoms. Some become delirious. She's losing muscle mass by the day. Others lose their ability to focus. And some, slowly but surely, lose it all.
About those pills. What is he looking at?
Well,
Don't dwell on it, Josh. You had to tell him the truth in order to protect Brunhilde. I would have done the same thing. Finish packing up your things and stop torturing yourself, okay?
Thanks, Angus. I won't be long.
Oh, honey. You like living here? Yeah, me too. But we have to go somewhere else, and it's all that bad cat's fault. Yes, sweetie. We're going to a new home now. A prettier one. And you'll be happier there. Now go with Papa, honey. Give him a kiss. Go on. Give him a kiss. Go on. I'm sorry about this, Josh, but we gave it our best, didn't we?
Huh? What? What do you mean, Angus?
I wish it hadn't come to this.
Angus, what's wrong?
Goodbye, Josh.
No!
that's cold! You fucking iguana!
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile. You're so far from the truth. What the?
The mask would buy me a bit of extra time. The question was, how much? Spano just ran out that way.
Something. Game is being a bit of a pain in the ass. Kinda got stuck, I think. Yep. Morning. Lemony Snicket series of oh shit, I crashed. Lizard Doctor and Rat Doctor working together to drug the athletes with performance enhancing drugs that are also addictive and possibly lead to long-term side effects and addiction. Those drugs were keeping Brunhilde the rat alive because she had a degenerative disease, but holy fuck. That lizard be cold, yo. Apparently the Hell Horse was a Navajo code talker in the war. Native American horse, yo. Okay.
Don't dwell on it, Josh. You had to tell the truth in order to protect Brunhilde. I would have done the same thing. Finish packing up your things and stop torturing yourself, okay?
Thanks, Angus. I won't be long.
Oh, honey. You like living here? Yeah, me too. But we have to go somewhere else, and it's all that bad cat's fault. Yes, sweetie. We're going to a new home now. A prettier one, and you'll be happier there. Now go with Papa, honey. Give him a kiss. Go on. Give him a kiss. Go on. I'm sorry about this, Josh, but we gave it our best, didn't we?
What? What do you mean, Angus?
I wish it hadn't come to this.
Angus, what's wrong?
Goodbye, Josh.
What a dick! What a dick this fucking lizard is, right? What a fucking dick.
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile. You're so far from the truth. What that?
Try it again.
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile.
Come on.
You're so far from the truth.
Am I now?
What the?
I thought it was gonna be a B. Mash the wrong button!
I hope you're happy, you son of a bitch. They were good people. I hope that made you feel better. I like it when you smile.
Weird lizard.
You're so far from the truth. What the?
The mask would buy me a bit of extra time. The question was, how much? Spano just ran out that way.
Come on! Get out, you dumb cat.
The mask was barely working. I needed fresh air.
Come on, Spano. Get the fuck out of here. He does not look that good. With Mitchell dead and the rat doctor dead, there's not going to be any more drugs. That means that there's a lot of people who are going to be going and,
Craig Spano is back! Did you miss me? Who wants to see a home run? Now you're gonna see. Bring it on! Let's go!
Yep, he's doped up as fuck.
No, no.
Staying alive, staying alive. Fuck! Wow, that is, that's some bad shit.
Don't torture yourself. You did everything you could.
Would he make it?
The doctors think so. They found him unconscious by the basement door.
What? Could Gil have blocked the basement door from the outside to kill Mitchell?
You think? That's a serious accusation. Are you sure, or is this just a theory of yours?
Just a theory.
It's just a theory. Let's hope we get the truth out of him.
Huh. You think Gil was involved in the previous murders?
What if it was Gil who killed his partner Randall Lee under Mitchell's orders?
Another serious accusation. Are you sure?
Well, that one's I'm positive
Yes.
of.
Everything points in that direction, including my gut.
Yeah, that one's a little bit
Wait,
more certain.
Couldn't Mitchell be Randall Lee's murderer?
No. He was a terrible shot.
So he misses with 2 shots at point-blank range, and then he hits a guy smack in the forehead from across the street? No. Mitchell is not the sniper who wiped out Randall Lee.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But we still don't know what caused Craig Spano's death.
Drugs.
There's no doubt about it. Spano took drugs from the lab, and they killed him.
But if that were true, how many more athletes are in danger? And most importantly, who are they? Is Bobby Yale involved?
I didn't see them all, but write down these names. Peter Lowe, Xavier Chains, Helen Moore, Bill Goldman, Miles Benton, Alexander Wood, Jacob Ziegler, and yes, Bobby Yale.
Thanks. Saving lives for a change, huh? In any case, this has gotta stop. We're friends, damn it. You should have warned me about this.
I should have let you know. I'm sorry.
Smile, Johnny boy. Thanks for the tip. This is gonna win me the Pulitzer.
Get that guy out of here.
I picked the wrong friend. I'm sorry.
All right. Let's get this over with. When the war ended, Mitchell convinced Groon to use his super soldier drugs on elite athletes. Somehow, Dunn found out about Mitchell's scheme. So when Mitchell heard that Dunn was onto him, he ordered Randall Lee to kill him and frame Yale for the murder. Then, he made Randall search Dunn's house and the gym for any incriminating evidence he might have had against him. The poor cleaning lady died almost by chance. When you stuck your nose in the case, he tried to scare you by sending his thugs to give you a beating. And when that didn't work, he asked Randall Lee to finish you off on the gym rooftop. But Randall not only failed, he got captured. So Mitchell ordered Gil to put a bullet through his head, which only made Gil upset. You kept getting closer and closer to the point of discovering his headquarters. When Mitchell realized he was cornered, he burned his bridges by setting the lab on fire, along with Dr. Groon and his daughter. Gil saw the opportunity to get back at Mitchell, so he blocked the only exit so that he would also die in the fire. Did I leave any loose ends?
Just a few. But don't worry about it. I'll take care of them now. So I guess thanks for everything.
Yeah, the loose ends that are left are mostly questions about, you know, O'Leary's interest in Yale and Aventarius, Yale's dad. Like, how much does Thorpe know? The lion.
In your classic noir films and novels, solving a case never amounts to a happy ending. The detective is always left with a sense of bitterness. A feeling that, before he took the case, the world was a better place. That he was a better person.
Come on. Now speed it out.
Sometimes I just let my character get the best of me.
What do you want from me?
I told Stone what I knew. That he was going to let Yale win. That if he didn't, O'Leary would destroy Helen Moore's career. And that Moore was doomed either way. Or would be, as soon as America discovered her sweetheart was on drugs.
I don't believe you. No way. Who sent you?
Today? Nobody.
And what if I did believe you? What would that change? If I don't do this for her, how could I ever look her in the eyes? How could we stay together?
You think you'll stay together when you lose your title and they accuse her of doping?
At least I know I tried.
I came to convince you otherwise, but I think you might be right. You better take a dive.
I didn't take you for a romantic, Blacksad.
If there's anything that I am, it's a
feel
fucking
you.
romantic.
But trust me, your manager is a murderer. Get as far away from him as possible.
Hey, Blacksad. Thank you.
I mean, it's not going to change what he does, but at least he knows the truth. And since he knows the truth, he knows why he's doing what he's doing. Does that make it right? Does that make it wrong? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of gray area with this. Like, not only is Blacksad going to make a lot of money off the match, but so is O'Leary and Bobby Yale whom, I mean, Yale, I think they took off the drugs because they realized that it was going to fuck him. Because he had anxiety issues, which compounded with the, you know, negative heart effects of having taken some of that shit.
Yale confirmed to me that Dunn found out that Mitchell was giving him meds. That was the reason they argued the evening of his death.
In fact, I was clean at the time. Hadn't used for days. I didn't want to go down that road. I wanted to follow Joe.
But he discovered everything.
He didn't believe me when I said I had nothing to do with it.
But you used again.
Only after his death. I needed to cope.
Because the side effect is euphoria.
Panic attack.
Yeah. But I've been clean ever since.
Mitchell gave you the pills when he stopped by the hospital. Hence, your miraculous recovery. Are you planning on taking them before the fight? Don't do it, Bobby.
It's too much of a risk to your health, man.
I owe it to Joe, and Sonia, and my Aunt Mary.
Thorpe has enough money to
Thorpe
save the
has
gym.
enough money to save the gym, but he won't be able to save you if you go through with this. Sorry about your Aunt Mary. She was a good woman.
Yeah, she didn't need to die at all. She's just a fucking casualty. And it sucks. God damn, that's... Ugh. But yeah, since Sonia's, you know, working with Thorpe, Thorpe can get her the money, save the gym. And with all the information that they got about the, you know, the doping and the bullshit that the, you know, boxing league manager dude.
Stone and Yale hadn't taken away the bitterness I felt. I needed a friend. In appreciation for the tip I'd given him, he insisted on buying me a milkshake that he drank.
Dick.
After the perfect storm of corruption and murder, only friendship could reconcile me with the world. Only that could make me believe in mankind again. Only that could cleanse my soul. Only that. And money.
I mean, money. Money's gonna be good. Money's gonna help a lot. Because we didn't tell Bobby about
in your
how
standard
Stone's
noir
taking
novel, Yale and Stone would be punished for breaking the rules. There would be justice for Sonia, the victim. But this was the real world. As the detective who had cracked the case, I just had to get my paycheck and be on my way.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Blacksad. Mr. Thorpe is on his way. Care to take a seat while you wait?
I guess I'll just have to wait.
He'll be here in a minute. Please, take a seat.
Damn, that's a sexy kitty. One hot pussy. Wow. I'm sorry. She gives me the fucking weird, furry
No matter how many
shit
curveballs
from
destiny throws his way, He always manages to land on his feet.
She looks like Chitara, okay?
The war put an end
You
to
watch
his career,
T-Man!
so he became a war hero. After
You
the
watch
war,
fucking
He didn't end up like Gil or like me.
Thundercats.
He became an elite athlete, a Hall of Fame football star. When an accident left him in a wheelchair, he went on to succeed in advertising.
Helen Moore is hot too.
No, that's not possible. But what if Tim Thorpe was somehow involved in Mitchell's operation?
Mr. Blacksad? Mr. Thorpe is running later than expected, but he insists on meeting you, if you don't mind.
Sure, as long as you help me fight off this boredom.
That's not in my job description, but...
If my hunch is right, there should be a meeting with Mitchell noted somewhere in Thorpe's agenda. If I had her markings on my skin, would I be the same person? Would my name be different? Has anything odd happened at the agency lately?
Not on my shift. Perhaps the oddest thing I've seen is a bored detective asking a lot of questions.
How long have you worked for Tim Thorpe?
Almost 3 years. And I hope it lasts.
Well, you see, I've got a problem. In order to figure out how much Mr. Thorpe owes me, I need to know what day I started working on the case. But I can't remember. You wouldn't have that written down, would you?
It sure wasn't on my shift. I'd remember. Let me see.
What? Dunn was here 2 days before he died? Why didn't Thorpe ever mention that?
I'm sorry, but your name's not on here.
Wait, I just remembered something. The day I came, Joe Dunn had just walked out the door.
Well, no. You don't have any appointments. Although, I guess I could have forgotten to write you in. Mr. Dunn, who's usually very kind, left in a flurry. He even slammed Mr. Thorpe's door.
Okay. Now I know I have to get into Thorpe's office.
And he didn't even say goodbye.
Yes, that was the day. You don't recall me because the minute I saw Dunn stomp out, I followed him. I never actually came in.
Of course. That explains it.
No doubt. So, since it looks like Mr. Thorpe won't be here soon, I think I'll go take a walk down the hall. Gotta stay in shape.
I think... So hear me out.
Come on, Thorpe. Tell me there's a back door to your office. Maybe I should play the Smirnov trump card this time. No, this is nothing but a hunch.
This is a hunch, but Smirnov was mad at me for not calling him last time.
Smirnov didn't know what to think. He asked me to watch out and call him as soon as I had more information. He also told me that Gil had finally talked. He denied having blocked the basement door and said the truck door opened, but he got knocked on the head as soon as he tried to get out. He then woke up when the police found him beside the basement door. Obviously, the same person who had jammed the door had carried him there. Cats aren't afraid of heights. That's why I've never felt vertigo.
Yep.
It's a bit strange to see no office chair behind a desk until you remember the desk's owner is in a wheelchair. I better not use it. It might be connected to the switchboard at the front desk. Oh, crap. Why am I surprised? In every investigation, there comes a point where every single lead seems to go down the drain. And you have to retrace your steps to get back on the right track. Wait, what if Groon's drugs helped Thorpe walk? And one of the strengths, the accuracy of his throw. I earned the nickname Iron Arms. I used to throw the ball in 50 miles. And yeah, whatever it wanted. And my coach, the great Joffrey Sachs. And so I worked hard. Pearl Harbor. I enlisted immediately. After losing a partner in combat, a serious injury, I asked to be relocated. I became a sniper. I know I shouldn't say this, but I was one of the best in the Army, and it was all thanks to my accuracy. No, it was all thanks to Jeffrey Sachs. I wonder how many Americans that man saved with my arm. After these words, Tim Thorpe is moved almost to tears and asks me to take a break. It's shocking to see how an athlete and soldier, a man whose aim and skill won him a Medal of Honor and the nickname Surgeon among his brothers in arms. That can't be. I mean, it could be a coincidence, but no. That's it. Thorpe is the man behind the whole drug operation. Of course. It wasn't Mitchell or Gill. It was Thorpe who shot Randall at the hospital. Everything adds up now. And yet I can already hear Smirnov telling me I have no conclusive evidence. What if I set a trap for Thorpe? But how? Of course. Ha! What if I place Thorpe's gun up there and corner him so that he has to stand up to get it? The show was about to begin. All I needed was an audience and some patience.
Stop it!
Arr! Don't you know who you're dealing with, matey?
What a silly man.
Mutiny! You wants to be shark bait, do ya? Oh, Blacksad. I feel terrible for keeping you waiting.
John.
But you see, there was mutiny on board, so...
Stop.
You see what I have to put up with. All right, helmswoman, to the cabin with you! Onward!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Come along, Blacksad. Julie, don't let anyone bother us.
How much does Sonia know?
Honey, will you wait in the boardroom for me, please?
But...
I'll just be a minute then. I think you've already suffered enough.
Okay.
And think about where you'd like to have dinner tonight, okay? You see, I'm not gonna pay you for solving the case.
Fair enough. The truth is, I didn't solve it.
No, it's not that. You'll get every penny we agreed on, and more. But not because you solved the case, but for her. 2 days ago, she wanted to end it all. Drop out of college, sell the gym. Too many wounds to heal. But through your incredible work, you managed to heal them. Well, perhaps not completely. It takes time to get over something like this. But at least, thanks to you, Sonia wants to be happy. She has hope. I'm going to help her make Dunn's gym the best in the city. Who would have ever guessed it, huh?
I'm happy for her. She's been through a lot, and honestly, I wasn't sure she'd make it.
Well, she hasn't just yet. But she will in time. Anyway, back to the case. All those people you confronted. Gil, the German doctor, even Mitchell. Huh. I would have never suspected him. Did they say anything? Why did they do it? Did they mention any accomplices?
They did mention a certain surgeon.
Surgeon? You have any idea who that could be?
A journalist told me. Ring a bell?
I'm playing the full fucking hand.
I'm sure you've got good intentions, but you're wrong. What makes you think that? I'm sure there's an explanation.
I know that you are a highly skilled sniper, and I think it was you who shot Randall Lee at the hospital.
Have you seen me, Blacksad? How could I possibly do that?
Don't deny it. I know Mitchell gave him to you.
People see a wheelchair and think, poor guy, he can't walk. But there's so much more to it than that. Some nights I can't even sleep from the pain.
That doesn't explain why you didn't tell me you knew about those drugs.
I hired you to solve this damn case. You think that's what a murderer would do?
Only because you thought I'd blame Bobby Yale and drop the case. But as soon as I realized something wasn't right, you sent Randall Lee and Gil to give me a scare. And when all that failed, you ordered Lee to kill me.
You're the type that won't open his jaws once he's got his prey, aren't you?
I think I've made that clear enough by now.
How much is it gonna cost to shut me up?
Put yourself in my place for a minute. You're a promising football player who just got back from the war, but you're still a nobody. The man you saved kindly opens his house to you, and that man is still undone by his wife's passing. He works all day at his gym, and he drinks himself to sleep at night. So you practically end up raising his daughter. You give her her very first abacus. You encourage her to further her education. You comfort her when she misses her mother and her father.
You fucked her, didn't you?
Meanwhile, your sporting career takes off. Life is good. Until one day, out of the blue, an accident cripples you. An old friend, Mitchell, tells you he knows someone who can help you. A German doctor. His drugs take some time to work, but they do wonders. You manage to walk for short bursts at a time, little by little. And those bursts keep getting longer. But the drugs aren't cheap at all. So you have to find a way to pay for them, don't you see?
So you decided to start an advertising agency focused on product endorsement by athletes. And then it occurred to you to sell them those same drugs you were taking. Drugs would help them excel, and you'd get better ad deals. The perfect business model. Your first client? Craig Spano. His career had hit a rough patch, so... you decided to help him, to reboot his career. And yet, when the drugs started having serious side effects, you got rid of him. Afraid he would talk, you tried to kill him. That's why he hid. From then on, your business was smooth sailing. You even began to think you were above the law. You thought that you were untouchable. Until Joe Dunn found out, and then, 2 days before his unfortunate death, he came to see you.
That's enough now. You stop it.
But I'm right, aren't I?
Now, I don't know if I'm above the law, but I am sure as hell not beneath it. Do you know how much power I have? The kind of people I eat with every day? I could shoot you right now, and nothing would happen to me.
Oh, thanks,
That
Trump.
gun you keep in your drawer? I'm afraid not. I placed your pistol out of reach, just in case you happen to confirm my suspicions, Ironarm. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment with the police.
I won't let anyone wreck my life again.
Gun's
Sonia and
empty.
I, we deserve a future.
You can come in now, Smirnoff.
Timothy Wilson Thorpe, drop your weapon. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you. Mr. Thorpe.
Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Whoa! Wow!
Sonia Dunn. You are under arrest for the death of Timothy Wilson Thorpe. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Just shut up.
Just shut up!
Sonia should never set foot in jail.
Blacksad, don't.
You know damn well that Thorpe never would have gone to jail. He would have pulled his strings and the case would have been dismissed for lack of evidence. Or worse, they would have blamed someone else.
No, there's no way this could work. How do we hide this? John?
I'll put the bullets back in the gun. Thorpe had me at gunpoint, but Sonia was faster. We're doing the right thing, Chief.
John, why do I end up getting my hands dirty every time I'm close to you?
Because you're a bad dog. You're a bad dog. Oh my god. I mean, damn, just damn. Fucking just when I thought I had everything figured out. Oh, fucking A. Bobby.
After
Come on, Bobby.
everything that had happened, the last thing I was interested in was the fight. Did Yale take drugs before the fight? Did Stone let him win? I had done everything in my power for things to go the way my moral compass dictated. Whether anyone would listen to me, that was another story. Because no matter what they tell us, our actions don't always determine our future. My moral compass. As if I even knew what that means. I didn't even know what to think of my performance throughout the case. Did I have a clear conscience? Would I have made the same decisions, given the chance?
Maybe, maybe not. I know there was a few that I fucked up. Obviously. But fucking A, yo, like... Whoa! The fuck? How? Just, I don't have a lot of words when I play games like this. Similar to like Life is Strange, like shit like this just really, if it's written well, it doesn't matter if the graphics are a little shoddy here and there, if there's a few graphical glitches, you know, or a couple times the game froze. Because in the end, like, fine. I mean, you can't really skip any cutscenes. You can't really skip any of the, you know, quick time events. I mean, it was done in a way that, yeah, your decisions do have some serious fucking repercussions sometimes. I mean, Yeah. I don't recommend too many or recognize too many of these names. And a lot of people have multiple of the voices, so. Fuck. Because, yeah, I thought that I had figured out, you know, what was going on. After I followed Mitchell, you know? And then when he got killed while I was, you know, trying to get the last bits of evidence there, like, I'm like, yeah, it's fucking over, right? Because they did the little thing where it's, you know, you talk to everybody pretty much. I mean, it felt like it was being wrapped up. But that last twist was just, whoa, like, out of fucking nowhere. And then the twist of the twist, and oh. Because, yeah, you just... You don't know what's happening. And I mean, that's a really good hallmark of, you know, a well-written detective noir. You know, when you kept guessing. Because, like, they introduced Thorpe and Mitchell late enough in to where it's like, you know, they're not there from the very start, but I mean, they're there from early enough to where they're kind of, you know, either able to be directly or indirectly, you know, associated with the case from when they're introduced, and then from there just that was some fucking crazy shit. That was some crazy ass shit. I don't think I have seen something like that before. Like, that ending was just... holy shit.